I will admit, I did already technically start this vlog, and I did a spin earlier today in which I got Specters in the Glass House by Jamie Jo Wright, and that is the book that I'm going to read this week, but I'm not including that clip because I kid you not, I was so tired, and like I don't know why I felt like I had to start the video and like pick a book. I was really tired. I'm kind of like always tired these days, but I was like extra tired. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it now and maybe I'll start it. I did not start it. I took a nap. But we're going to go with the integrity of the pick and read that book. And I'll probably, I'm sure, put like a little clip over me talking of the actual wheel. But it is August 2nd and it is the kickoff for, I think it's called the Keep Me in Suspense Readathon that is happening this month, and Jeanette and her co-host are doing reading sprints starting at 8, so I am going to hop on while I am eating some dinner. I have such a lovely dinner. I have stuffed shells, carrots and crackers and hummus, and during the first sprint that they do, I'm actually not going to be reading. I am going to be cleaning the room that I am sitting in because this is our project room. This is like, we have a craft table that is literally so cluttered, my desk, which is okay but could use some work, and then just like the bed and stuff, and it's really messy. And I am going to, this week I have it off of work because we're in between our summer camp program and our start of the school year, so I'm going to try and spend this week cleaning up a lot of messes that I have been procrastinating. So this is going to be a mixed reading vlog plus productivity vlog. So if you need some encouragement, hopefully this can be encouraging to you, but also maybe relatable, because I will be honest, I have been procrastinating cleaning some things literally the entire summer, and it's gotten a bit out of hand. So we're going to work through that this week. A fair bit of cleaning done. I definitely still need to vacuum probably, but I got the table cleaned off. I got all of the stuff that was on that bed put in a corner, which is that all that stuff is for the wedding, and that's not even all of it. There's a lot of stuff that goes into decorating a wedding. Crazy. I have about 15 minutes left of this sprint, so I am going to sit down and read because that definitely did not take as long as I thought it would. I'm going to tackle my desk another day. I didn't do that. That's not happening tonight, but I get to read now. Wow, she has published so many books. That's crazy. Honestly, that's probably one of the reasons that I haven't like been as like, oh, I want to like read her work, because it's like she has such a long backlist and like I don't know where to start. And also like if I like her a lot, which I hope I do, I'm like, that's a lot of backlist that I might want to get through. But I am so glad that the wheel chose it, and I'm looking forward to starting it. Specters in the Glass House is so good. I am, wow. Like, I'm only 70 pages through and I am like so hooked. Let me just say, starting this book at night was maybe not the best idea in the world. I definitely, like, I had to get up in the middle of the night to like go to the bathroom, and as I was like walking back to my room, I was just like, my brain was dwelling on the book and some of the like creepy things that have already been in it, and I was like, nope, don't think about this, don't think about that, like, it's not real. And I do know that all of the like spooky elements in Jamie Jo Wright's books are always explained by the end as like not, what's the word, supernatural, I guess. I think I've heard that said. There's nothing like that can't be actually explained. So what is going on so far? That's a great question. So in the past timeline, it is 1921, and Marion Arnold her father has just died and left her Malarian Manor. Of course it's not on the back. I think it's Malarian Manor or house or something like that. And it is basically just this like old creepy house that she and her mother used to live in. And so she has moved back there. Her mother has also died the year prior. So she has moved back there, and upon returning, she starts seeing this maid that no one else can see, and when she asks the butler about it, he's like, no, we didn't hire a new maid, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, well, I've kind of always seen things that aren't there. And so she just knows that this ghost, or this maid, she believes is a ghost. Maybe there are ghosts, I don't actually know, or maybe she has like a mental disorder. I don't know. That's my best guess, is that she has a mental disorder. She very quickly finds, she's like going to this place that's on the cover, is like, it was her mother's like butterfly garden sanctuary, and so she goes to visit it because her mother is buried there, and she finds a dead man there who is hanging. He was hung, and he's hung over a pile of like dead butterflies, like they're all torn up and dead. So creepy, so weird. And that's kind of what's happening there. And then in the present day, we are following Remy, and Remy is a research assistant to Mr. Elton, who has moved into Malarian Manor or house or whatever it's called, and he is doing research to write a biography of Marion Arnold. And she is like, she's not really qualified for the job, uncertain how she got the job, but she's kind of like a little alone in the world, and no one really on the property likes her that much except for Mr. Elton. And she's like starting to do research, and she doesn't really know a lot about Marion Arnold yet, and she's being told bits and pieces of things, and she doesn't know how they all work together yet. Very intriguing. There's also a serial killer called the Butterfly Butcher. Don't know, and somehow Marion was like friends with or knew this person, and so that's also part of the research that Remy and Mr. Elton are doing. Lots of stuff going on. I am hooked. I am intrigued. I really don't want to put it down, but I desperately have to clean, unfortunately. I might listen to the audiobook. I'm having a lot of fun physically reading it. I might listen to the audiobook. So I am going to tackle my bedroom today. That's what I'm going to do, because the way I have it for like sit down videos, it looks fine. Anywhere else that the camera lens is not pointed, it's a hot mess express at the moment. So we're gonna work on cleaning that up and finding the floor of my bedroom again. I have one, but it's just, I could have more, you know? So, and just putting some things away. Like, I have this little gift basket from the end. It was like my end of year teacher gift. The end of the school year was back in May, and it's been sitting there since then. So I need to go through a lot of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do now. she scared me so bad.
Real.
Hey y'all, I have read so much of Specters in the Glass House, and this book is intriguing me so much. Like, I genuinely, I like turn the page to every new chapter and I'm kind of like, I have no idea what is even going to happen next. Like, there's just a lot happening. So basically I'm like 100 pages left, if that, so I definitely won't be giving any spoilers or anything away. But I think the thing I admire the most about this book is how the stuff that's happening in the past mirrors what's happening in the present, or the present mirrors the past. Like, Remy and Marion as characters are very similar. I'm guessing they're around the same age. They both have just come to Malarian Manor. Now, Marion, like, obviously she had been there because she half grew up there in a way. She was more familiar with it. Remy wasn't at all, but they both like come there, and then crazy things start happening, and then the way that like new characters get introduced is like also very similar, of like, for both of them, like a new character gets introduced in one, a new character is going to get introduced in the other timeline, and they just like overlap in such great ways. And like, they're very much like, it's almost like you're reading the same character but 100 and some years apart, and that is so unique and interesting to me. And part of me wonders if Remy is like somehow related to the Arnolds, and that's why Mr. Elton chose her to be his research assistant. But like, I don't know if that's the case. That would also mean that her interactions with the supposed heir, Tate Arnold, would be maybe not the best if she were related to the family. But it's very interesting, very, very interesting. And despite the stories being similar, I'm able to keep them distinct in my brain, of like, this is Marion and what's happening in 1921, and this is Remy and what's happening in the present day. I'm not like getting them overlapped or confused at all. Oh my gosh, Remy was so close to getting answers about something, and then this crazy dramatic event happened that like blew everything up, and I was like, no, like, we wanted the answers, guys. It is creeping me out a little bit, and there are times I'm like, oh, this is really spooky. And I definitely see why this book would be great to read in like the fall time, like Halloween, October, all of those vibes, like very fitting for this book. And I could see wanting to read, like, I think I want to read more by Jamie Jo Wright. Like, I understand why her books do so well. This one is just, it's spooky and it's creepy, and I am so curious to see how some of these like supernatural, like ghosts, whispers in the wall elements, like how they get explained. Because like, I've been told that all of this stuff gets explained in a natural way. It's not supernatural. It's not like ghosts. There's no like actual ghosts or like creepy stuff like that. Like, what is that called? Paranormal. There's no paranormal stuff actually happening. It just seems like it's happening. I need that stuff to be explained because I'm confused. And like, my best guess is that there's somehow like a speaker in the wall. But then again, like, why is Marion supposedly seeing a ghost? Are people lying to her that it's just her that's seeing this? I'm confused with that. Like, I just cannot conjecture in my brain how it's all gonna play out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it today. Today is Wednesday, and I'm loving it. I would say it's probably like a 4 or 4.5. I'm not sure. It's definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. So I'll probably check back in with y'all once I'm finished. But, well, I'm going to probably sit down and read it for a little bit. But I have a huge. It's not that big, but like I have a box of books in my car. There's probably like 20 to 30 books that I am getting rid of, and so I'm going to take them to, I have a Second and Charles in my town city, and so I'm going to take them there and see if I can sell them and then maybe buy some more books. I know I'm not supposed to be doing that, but if you have the Second and Charles money, then it's like free money, you know? I'm being paid to buy books, basically. So I'll take y'all along for that and show you what I find. This is probably going to be a bit longer of a vlog, but actually it might not be. I don't know. That's kind of the plan, is to read more of this book and then go to Second and Charles. So let's do that now. Their classic section is really nice and big, and they have lots of great editions. I think I'm gonna get this edition of War and Peace because it matches my edition of Anna Karenina, and they're all really good priced. Like, this edition is only $9.99. Love it. Hey guys, I got a haul from Second and Charles. They had, I showed it in a video, but they have like a very big Christian fiction section, like considering that it's a secondhand shop and like it's a book, like a mainstream bookstore, you know, and not like dedicated to it. So I think it's a big section, and I always love looking through it. It does have a lot of like older Christian fiction, but they have some gems. So I always enjoy like looking through it and just seeing like what they have. I only found 3 books today, and one of them is a classic, but I will give you a mini haul. So first, I showed you all this in the video, but I did finally get War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, and this is the Wordsworth Classics edition. I have, it's up there, but I have the same edition of Anna Karenina and also Crime and Punishment, the Wordsworth Classics, and I really like it. I didn't realize until I was in the checkout line what the font size was. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, if this were normal font size, I think it would be like that thick. Like, it would be even bigger. This one does not break 1,000 pages of like actual book, which I know a lot of editions do. It is 958 pages. So I think I'm going to start this fall, and it is 15 books long. So I'm going to try and read 1 book every month, and then that means that I will finish next December. So that way I'm not trying to like binge it and just get overwhelmed and give up. I feel like if I take it month by month, that's way more manageable. Then I also got Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. This is a book I have been wanting to read for a long time. I reread the back when I was in the store, and I don't fully remember it. I think it has to do with like these children become orphaned and then are put in like maybe the foster care or like social services system, an orphanage, something like that, in the past 1939, and then there's also a present day, so it's split time. It is a shorter book, so eager to see how that goes, but I've heard a lot of really good things about this book, even from like non-Christian circles, so I'm eager to pick that up. And then I also got Through Each Tomorrow by Gabrielle Meyer, which this is book 6 in the Timeless series, and I have not even read book 3 yet, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna like continue the series. So I saw it was $5.75, and I was like, I might as well pick it up, you know, for one day when I get to it. So that one probably will not get read until like a lot later next year. Who knows? So that is my mini haul from Second and Charles. They gave me $20 for my books that I donated, and I think I donated like 25 books, so I was like, that's it, but whatever. And then this whole thing was like, I ended up only paying $3.25 for it because I was able to use the money that they gave me. So that is my haul. That is my update, and I'm gonna get back to reading Specters in the Glass House. Hey y'all. Oh, I have my glasses on my head. Don't mind that. I just was working on my computer, so I have my blue light glasses on. But I have finished Specters in the Glass House, and it was very different than I thought it was going to be. Okay, these are actually, I don't like the way they look. They're coming off. Okay, I don't know if that made much of a difference, but anyway, so this book was definitely different than I thought it was going to be, and not in a bad way at all. It was spooky, and it was like eerie, and it did not scare me, but it definitely did, like, while I was reading it, there were some times where I had to like pause and be like, this is not real, this is a book, and even the things in this book are not real. Like, there's an explanation for it, and there was an explanation for everything, just like I'd been told and like I'd heard before. Like, there was a plausible reasoning for it all. It doesn't make it any less scary when you're reading it though, because like I think some brains, and maybe mine included, can just latch on to like scarier things and like more like dark things easier, and it can just like affect the head. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but basically just like I feel like my brain more easily latches on to things that even though rationally I know they're not real, they still can be kind of creepy, and they can like mess with my thoughts and mess with my dreams and different stuff like that. Thankfully this book did not do that too much, but like I cannot do horror movies, I cannot do like anything occult or like supernatural, demons, haunted house, nothing. I do very poorly with like Halloween and like all of that type of stuff. This book borders on like a little too much for my brain. I think I would definitely read Jamie Jo Wright again in the future. There are some other of her books that look really good, and I'd like to read them. I know there's one about Annabelle Lee, like based off of that poem, and that one like seems really cool, but I think I could not just like read her books like back to back to back, and I could not read books similar to this back to back to back. I enjoyed it. I think honestly the story was really good, and I think I am gonna give this book like 4.5 stars probably, because it was really, really good and well done. Yeah, those are my final thoughts on Specters in the Glass House. Please let me know what y'all's are in the comments. I have no idea how long this vlog is, but because this is a reading vlog plus productivity vlog, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I still need to clean my bathroom, so I'm gonna do that, and that's gonna be the last thing I do, and in this vlog. Not the last thing I ever clean, unfortunately, but that's next on the vlog's agenda.